So some of you may not know, but some of you may know that I actually started my Dead by Daylight career, or rather, I started to get popular from my Dead by Daylight career due to a certain Twitter drama that I was unwillingly involved in. I'm not going to leave a link to the coverage of the full thing, but if you go to Aaron Duke's channel and you look at his videos, you might see a familiar face. There you go. You want to see the video, you can go research it yourself. In any case, the point is that I first got my big introduction to the Dead by Daylight community through the content that is exposing toxic streamers. And the interesting thing is I only watched Aaron Duke. Now, eventually I would come to watch Spook and Jukes, and unfortunately, my friend Aaron quit content creation altogether, and I have not watched a Spook and Jukes video in like, I don't know, 2 or 3 years. But the popularity of these two creators is interesting to me because when the all is said and done, both of these creators go out of their way to block names, faces, voices. They will blur everything on a streamer's stream in order to, what's the word I'm looking for? In order to try to hide the identity best they can, because normally what they're talking about, Aaron more so than Jukes, but normally what they're talking about is the behaviors over the person. They're trying not to target the person, and so they do everything they can to prevent what is essentially a witch hunt. And there's a reason for that. It is because people on the internet are fucking psychopaths. Regardless of what... Do you guys know what doxing is? Doxing is the act of revealing someone's personal information that you went out of your way to get on the internet, right? So it's not personal information they have publicly available. It is you went out of your way to track down who they really are, figure out who they really are, and then post their personal information on the internet. Do you know why I hate doxing in all its forms? Because false identity has been shown multiple times to happen. I remember when I was on Tumblr, there was this really, yes, I used to be on Tumblr, and you know what's crazy? I was famous on Tumblr too. No, you can't have the old name, and no, that account still isn't around. In any case, there was this really prominent racist on Tumblr who was just like an absolutely abhorrent person, and someone doxed that racist, and it turns out that they doxed the wrong fucking person. Because the racist and the person they actually gave all the personal information about had the same first and last name. And that's just a common thing that happens with doxing. The way that ties in to what I was talking about with Aaron and Spooks is there has been a prominent uptick in people in the Dead by Daylight community specifically, of people taking streamers that they find toxic or what's the word I'm looking for? Toxic or unapproachable, not fun to be around, I guess. You know, there's several ways to put it. Taking those people and plastering their face, their name, sometimes even linking their Twitch in the description of their videos. And these videos are getting tens of thousands of views. Now, I'm not going to mention the particular YouTuber, but there's a YouTuber here on YouTube. There's a Dead by Daylight YouTuber who posted a video on a streamer / Twitter personality who was just an absolutely horrible person. And this YouTuber went out of their way to post the person's home state, post their place of work, post their home address, everything inside of this video. It was abhorrent. And this video has like 40,000 views last I checked, probably has more by this point, because the title and the thumbnail are very catchy. And so tens of thousands, maybe even potentially hundreds of thousands of people now just have this guy's personal info. And don't get me wrong, this guy was a piece of fucking shit. He was a horrid person, absolutely unhinged, doing very inappropriate behavior, being an asshole to everybody he met. And you guys, I'm going to say this right now. What really pissed me off is before that video even came out, I saw this dude's Twitter account. The Dead by Daylight community was feeding him all of the attention he wanted. It was negative attention, but he wanted it so bad, and y'all just kept feeding him. Can we start learning how to just ignore people like that? Like, you see a horrible person on Twitter, quit quote tweeting them. Quit replying to them. Quit screen capping them. Just block them. Just block them and move on. Stop giving them attention that they so desperately want. Anyway, the point is that this is unacceptable. After I watched that video from this YouTuber, because I wanted to see, exactly to the extent that he revealed information, which admittedly, I probably shouldn't have watched the video. I probably shouldn't have. But after I watched that video, I started getting recommended a lot of salty TTV doesn't like me type videos. Now, I've spoken in the past that realistically speaking, I don't really like salty TTV videos because, I mean, it's just kind of low effort content. And then again, who am I to talk about low effort content? But it's just kind of low effort content and very boring. I much prefer talking about behaviors over salty TTV gets their comeuppance type shit. But some of these videos had like straight up, like I saw this one guy who's his entire channel is about posting salty streamer reactions. And he just has the streamer's face, their name. He edits their name in. He links their shit in the fucking description. Like, he sets people up to get harassed, basically. And sometimes it's really, really tame shit. It's hella tame shit. It's people who are like voicing general frustrations, or some people are obviously just having a bad day. It very rarely do these kinds of things ever go past, oh, you fucking bitch, or God damn it, I'm sick of this shit, or something like that. You know what I mean? Like, it never goes into personal territory, basically never goes into personal territory, none of that. And it's my fault for like diving into this rabbit hole and watching these videos, because I thought to myself, this is just an excuse, right? Like, I understand that, but I thought to myself, man, I am sure seeing a lot of these videos. Do all of them do this? And yes, as it turns out, I found no less than a dozen YouTube channels with over 1,000 subscribers, between 1,000 and 25,000 subscribers, who just do this type of content, who just post streamer reactions with names and faces and all that stuff out. And we circle back to the ramifications I was talking about earlier. The reason I say this is the worst type of content in Dead by Daylight is because, guys, you're going to get somebody killed. You might think that's an exaggeration, but I don't know if I'm going to post it before I post this video, if I'm going to post it after I post this video, but I have a video talking about why I don't do tier lists anymore. And in that video, I speak in excess about how the Dead by Daylight community takes this game too seriously, to the point where they start making things personal. You guys are going to get somebody killed. You're going to get somebody killed. You're going to get somebody like seriously harassed. You're going to end up hurting innocent people, all because you want to go hurt dirt, salty streamer, point and laugh. You're going to hurt somebody through your actions. And it's time this type of content stops. In my opinion, this type of content should be reportable. Right? If you go out of your way to hide everything, I can excuse it. But if you're blatantly, openly showing these people, you are setting people up to be hurt, and you should be ashamed of yourself. In conclusion, I really feel like this is a type of Dead by Daylight content that needs to not be prominent. If you see these videos and you're seeing people do this, don't give them engagement. Don't comment on the video. Don't do any of that. Just if you can, there's a way to block channels. Block the channel. Make sure they don't get recommended to you. Do not feed the algorithms of that kind of shit. It's just abhorrent. It's disgraceful. It is actually harmful, and people just need to stop doing it. But as always, I don't make these videos to spout my opinions at you. I make these videos so I can also hear what you think. So please let me know down the comments down below. And as always, a great big special thank you to my channel members listed on screen now. You want to find out how to become a channel member today, then please click that join button down below. I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one.